Today's episode will be the most educational and the most useful for you in the series. So pay close attention, because if you actually think about it, your distractions have stopped you from achieving anything. Think about that one business that you wanted to start. Well, you didn't because of the distractions. Think about the things you started but then quit. It's because of distractions. You got distracted by something else. That's why people keep jumping around business models, because they get distracted by other people saying, oh, this other business is better. And today I will just give you a few guides on how to remove these distractions step by step. So let's start with the first one. Use the do not disturb button on your phone. You know, everyone has this one button on his phone that says do not disturb. What this does is it removes all the notifications. Well, it doesn't remove it, but you just don't get notified, right? You will never know if you get a notification, because let's be honest, notifications are not really important. You don't need YouTube notifications, you don't need Instagram notifications, you don't need any of that shit, unless you're a creator. But there's a high chance that you're just watching this and you are not a creator. Because when you're a creator, well, then it's different. But you're still scrolling, you're still looking at notifications. Because most of the time, they're useless, they're pointless, they mean nothing. Who cares if some guy posted a video? Unless it's mine, well that's good, right? But others, it doesn't really matter. But anyway, I think notifications are useless and they waste your time and they distract you so much. If you get distracted by the phone, you're losing. It's as simple as that. If your parents are sending you some posts from Instagram, you're losing because you fell into the trap. It doesn't benefit you in any way. So take your phone right now. Don't do it after the video. Do it right now. Pause the video and do it right now. Let's go to the next one. Identify your distractions. Look at what is truly distracting you. It's most likely your phone, but it's also other things, like your parents, let's say, like your family members, whatever it is, school maybe. Someone is distracting you, something is getting you off the tracks, something, maybe video games, maybe some fast food, maybe you keep thinking about some shit and it keeps distracting you, and you gotta identify, because if you don't identify, you will just make circles. You gotta aim at the main target, not at these little distractions. A lot of things distract me. While I'm recording this video, I hear a bunch of people screaming. I have literally a disabled children's school next to my house. I keep hearing people screaming. People would go crazy in my position, but I'm still recording this video. I've adapted to it. I've identified that is not really the big problem here. It's other things like the phone. So if we identify that, we gotta go to the third method. And it is waking up at 5 a.m. You know, if you wake up at 10 a.m., let's say, or 9 a.m., 8 a.m., whatever the time that most people wake up in your place, what happens is everyone is awake. Everyone is in your face. Unless you live alone, you still start getting notifications. People are starting to call you. You go to work. Your parents are starting to talk to you. Some weird problems occur, right? And that's why I encourage people to wake up as early as they can. I encourage people to wake up earlier than most, because at that time, nobody is gonna get in your face, distract you, show you some weird problems to fix. Like, nothing like that is gonna happen. It's gonna be a clear morning. You will not have anything on your mind. So wake up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., somewhere around that range, and just work. The fourth thing, you gotta laser focus on one task. Don't multitask. Don't do any of this 8 tasks at a time bullshit. Start focusing on one task at a time, and it's actually faster. You might not believe me, but if you work on 8 tasks, let's say, right? If you focus on one by one, you will complete them faster than if you work on all of them at the same time. If you just focus 100% on each task, you will complete it 3 times faster. It's simple, it's weird, but it's true. If you multitask on each task, let's say you have 3 tasks, you will put only 30% or 40% of effort in each task because you multitask. You don't put all of your brain power in one. And that's exactly what's making your work sluggish and slow and just inaccurate. So work at each task one at a time. Put all of your effort, laser focus on one. Don't multitask. Don't think that it's gonna get faster if you multitask, because it's not. I've talked on other videos that multitasking is shit and you just need to laser focus for 90 minutes. I will link this video somewhere down here, but that's true. You gotta focus on one thing at a time. One thing at a time. You'll see the drastic results compared to multitasking. But anyway, let's say we do that, right? Alright, everything is fine. But then there's one thing. We gotta check our environment. We gotta check if our room is clean, if something here is distracting us. And that happens a lot with you. There's a high chance that your room looks like a homeless shelter. Look at your room, and there's a high chance that your room just doesn't have style, doesn't have elegance. It doesn't have anything that promotes your work. You gotta modify it. You gotta adjust it to your work. Now, you gotta find that out a bit, right? It's not fun. Cleaning up your room, it's not fun. I did it a few times. It feels like shit, but the end result is always the best. So clean up your room, look at what random shit you'll find, because sometimes you'll even find money under the bed, on the bed, in some weird places. You'll find some weird shit that you don't really want. But at the end, you have a clean result. And who doesn't want a clean room? This is part 1, right? I'm gonna record part 2 of it. Make sure to like and subscribe. like and subscribe. Well, anyway, you can join my legion to grow more and faster. Watch out for part 2, because it's gonna be epic. Take care.